confusion of the highest order. Witchcraft is what your baby father is. Whoever you are, I don't believe that your child's father actually smokes crack. But if you were to look at them today, you would think that they've been smoking crack since they was 12 years old. Swagger tooth smile, with bust up lips. Hey, Janet Judd. I don't know how to put this in a sensitive way, so I'm going to do I have no cut cards. Because my name is QUAN, and this is I don't have no cut cards, honey. Somebody's child's father accepted an offer that was presented to them by whoever you are, your aunt. Your aunt might be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They accepted an offer to ruin your life, okay? And they had help from your sister. And how should I say this? To give you a description, your child's father is ugly. When I say ugly, fugly, I'm talking about the ugliest gremlin out of all the gremlins. I'm talking about the ugliest hyena from the Lion King. Ugly. Your child's father is not only is he ugly physically on the inside, but he's ugly on the outside as well. He looks like the worst looking gremlin out of all of them. Whichever one is the ugliest, that's what he looks like. Now, it was confusion and spiritual corruption of the highest order and witchcraft, how you came together from the jump. But nonetheless, your child's father is extremely insecure about every aspect of his life. If you were to look up loser in the dictionary, it would be a picture of your child's father's face. That's why this is spiritual corruption of the highest order. Now, they were approached in the past by your aunt and by your sister. And because they had a connection in the government, and it's much deeper than this, but I'm just going to condense it. Fast forward to today. They entered you into a targeted gang stalking program, and everybody was offered money. Everybody was to benefit that was a part of your gang stalking. Okay. Now, whatever they did, they took a substantial portion of your life away from you. Your life that you would have been able to live and enjoy with family, friends, things that you would have been able to go out and do and enjoy and travel. You missed out on a huge portion of your life because of what your sister, your child's father, and this might be like an aunt figure over here, okay? Because of the offer your child's father accepted that they were working with the NSA to do against you. And of course, when we're talking about the NSA, we're just talking about monitoring you, tracking you, and surveillancing you, okay? Now, yours does go a little deeper, okay? Because the ally and associate they collaborated with was the governor of Virginia for somebody, okay? It doesn't mean you live in Virginia. It just means that some of the cults, covens, and secret societies, the governor of Virginia was an ally to some people in a cult, in the secret society that members of your family and other people that were involved in doing spell work on you were a part of. So the governor of Virginia was an ally with some of these people in this secret society, okay? And of course, these people at the NSA to target you and many other people that they would energy harvest from. Nonetheless, because they've taken such a large chunk of your youth and your life away, you're about to be restored with unexpected money. You're going to have a courtship, okay? And you are going to finally have peace from all of these government institutions that and resources they were utilizing against you to stop you from having peace in your life. so that they could all get money. Now, when I clarified hidden enemy, they said this was your child's father. So your child's father has always been a hidden enemy of yours. Your child's father has always been your hidden enemy. And they laughed at your pain, like to the utmost. They laughed at your pain that they were a part of causing. And while they were receiving money and people in their family were being paid to intentionally cause you emotional harm and create pitfalls, try to embarrass you, and do things to make you suffer. Not because you were an earth angel, you did nothing but try to love on, like, love everybody. But the whole time, your child's father, when you thought that they were in unison with you, they were actually throwing darts at you and laughing about it. They were actually digging holes for you to fall in. They were actually planting obstacles and traps all along the way. And this has been going on for even longer than you even knew. Much longer than you even picked up and knew about. Right now, because you lost so much of your years and your youth and your life, and it's been taken from you, God is about to fully restore you. And two people are about to suffer from a real illness that's going to take the next few seasons of their life. And it's your sister and your child's father. Pay attention. Both of them are going to have the exact same illness. Okay. They told me it has something to do with their thinking function, crown chakra. So I don't know if they're going to become temporarily mentally insane and be institutionalized, or they're going to get brain cancer, or if they're going to suffer from memory loss or early set on dementia. You're an older person now, but the two people that are going to share in the exact same disease, and it's going to be something with their head, both of them, they're going to both have the exact same illness. It's a spiritual disease. And they want me to tell you that. Whatever your sister, whoever your sister is, whether it's a half sister, stepsister, foster sister, my play sister, whoever the sister of yours is, your sister and your child's father, both of them are going to suffer from the exact same spiritual disease that's going to manifest in the form of something with their brain thinking function. It might be brain cancer. It could be a brain tumor, temporary insanity, dementia, early set on, whatever it is. Both of them are going to go through it at the same time together. That's what they're telling me. And it already started. You will see this come into full fruition by September. Okay. By September, it will be fully noticed by everybody. Like, it's not going to be a secret anymore. Your sister is not going to be able to care for her children or child due to whatever illness she's about to have with her mind. And your child's father, he might end up in a hospital or something. Okay. But it's because they took such a large portion of your life scheming against you that they're going to deal with this spiritual karma and disease. Now, you're about to be at peace because the government agencies, and remember, this was an aunt figure, like an auntie type figure. She might be an earth sign that brought this to them. That's why the Ace of Swords is here. So someone's aunt could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or they might have all three earth in their chart. They have a lot of earth in their chart. But your aunt and this auntie type energy, it's an older woman. She might even be in her 70s right now. This is the person that brought the opportunity to your sister and your child's father to hook up with the governor of Virginia, to hook up with the NSA, and everybody else. There were other agencies involved. Y'all know how it is with gang stalking. But all these people that were involved are about to walk away from you and leave you alone, and you're going to finally have peace in your life. Someone might have been at indecision, but they don't have a choice. You're too tapped in. You're too spiritually tapped in. Imagination, creativity. But purple, this is the color of your third eye. this violet color, violet flame. You're too spiritually tapped in for these people to be able to continue in their efforts against you. Okay. And somebody is not going to be happy for a very long time. Someone is going to be suffering from a spiritual disease for a very long time. Now, some of the energies that were involved in here, and then I'm going to put it away. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and read the reading. But all of this was how they felt about you. Okay. Now, we're not supposed to call nobody ugly. We're not supposed to call anybody ugly. Okay. Because we're all God's creature, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What I'm attracted to, other people aren't attracted to. The shaped nose and the shaped lips and the shape of someone's head that I'm attracted to, somebody else might think that's ugly. While what somebody else is attracted to, I might not find attractive. So beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But I feel like your child's father is just ugly. I don't know. Your sister might be ugly too. But either way, it was how they felt about you. And how they felt about you was they were jealous of you. And whoever your child's father is, I couldn't fit it in the description. Your child's father has the spirit of a jealous woman, like a catty, jealous woman. Your child's father, I feel like, really wishes deep down inside he could be a woman. Okay. And he might be like extra feminine. Okay. Whoever your child's father is, I feel like he really, really takes on the spirit of an envious woman, a very jealous spirited woman. And this is someone that walks, talks, and has a lot of mannerisms like a woman. Okay. Your child's father has a lot of feminine energy, but they have toxic femininity. Okay. So I'm just going to tell you, your child's father has toxic femininity, your child's father. Your sister has toxic masculinity. Whoever your sister is, your sister has toxic masculinity. Okay. So maybe they belong together. So there was a Mexican ex-husband or ex-wife that was involved in your gang stalking. Okay. Of course, the agencies, you already know that. Of course, the agencies, but they were part of a bigger secret society that the governor of Virginia. Now, I don't know if this is the governor right now or the governor before it, but the governor of Virginia was a part of the secret society and a part of your gang stalking, specifically whoever you are. Okay, for somebody. Okay, because that didn't even belong in this card deck and it popped out. Okay, the governor, and the part the governor played was by allowing certain police, allowing certain institutions to get away and be protected in doing things against you. This could have had something to do with your children's school. This could have had something to do with, it was something going on here. And I don't think you lived in Virginia, but I think that they were just a part of this secret society. Any of these people can target anywhere, anyone in North America, anywhere. Anybody can target anyone. And you don't have to be from that same state, okay? But that was an ally of theirs. An ally of some of the people that were targeting you was the governor of Virginia, okay? Your child's father has always been your hidden enemy. And again, your child's father is a woman in a man's body. And he's very ugly. The worst of the gremlins. They had a lot of co-workers in on this. There is a niece on your mom's side of the family. So there is a niece on your mom's side of the family that was involved. These are the energies they're pointing out, but you know it was a lot of people. There was an older person that works for YouTube. So maybe you have a platform and you're online, but a grandfather figure that worked at YouTube if you have an online platform was involved in trying to suppress your channel or social media. If it's not YouTube, whatever, TikTok, whatever social media you have, there was somebody involved there with what they were doing to you. And this is talking about your brother and your sister that knew about it and helped. And also, if you have a child or children, your child's father brainwashed and emotionally manipulated your child or children to play a part in what they were trying to do. Your child might not have known that how deep it went, because children that are pawns and tools never know how deep something is. Because what do? They use your children as pawns and tools based off of limited information that they manipulate children before their frontal lobe is fully developed, because they think it's just about whatever they're bringing to that child, because a child is immature. And a child, my mom won't let me get tattoos, she's the bad mother. We agree with you. She should be more liberal and open. You know what, you want to get your mom back. The child never ever knows the bigger thing in the background these people are trying to do, like, we're going to sacrifice and kill your mom, or they never know how deep it goes. They just know the little portion that they have to play, and they think the reason is a smaller reason connected to some resentment they have. An iPhone or Android employee, a young woman between the age of 18 and 35. Okay. These are some of the energies that were involved in this, but the message today is that, I just opened the deck. They were trying to target your confidence so they could sabotage your money and love life. And that's why you are going to have a love life and you're going to have money for the rest of your life. For the rest of this life cycle, you're going to have money and a beautiful love life. Okay. And again, your sister and child's father, your child's father who has toxic femininity, and your sister has toxic masculinity. Both of them there's an illness developing in their brain right now, and you will see it come to full fruition by September, because 6 months from now, in 6 months from now, you will see the sickness fully manifest. And just know, it's not by coincidence, like, oh, wow, my sister's suffering from the same thing my child's father's suffering from. That's interesting. No, it's not interesting. Both of them are getting karma for coming together to do what they did to you. Okay? You understand? Both of them are getting karma because they came together to do what they did to you for a huge period of your life. Okay? And for what they did to your child too. All right, let's go. What is the energy crowning this? But you're free from all this. You're going to have peace in your life, because these government agencies are walking away from you. Okay? Because you're too intuitive. Okay? They were so arrogant and in their ego about this opportunity that they were presented with the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. They were very in their ego and very arrogant. This is about how arrogant they were about what they were doing to you to destroy your solar plexus, because I saw solar plexus. What they wanted to do to destroy and this has to do with your confidence. And it's because you have a beautiful, upbeat personality. You're very high vibrational. You're skip-a-doodle, you skip happy, that's why. And that's it. And you're beautiful. That's it. That's the reason they targeted you, because both of them have very low self-esteem that's on the bottom, on the ground. Both your sister and your child's father have matching self-esteem. It's on the ground, completely low. And they despised and were jealous of you because you were so happy and upbeat. Okay? So when they were offered and presented this contract from your stank pussy ass aunt, who probably also has self-esteem on the ground and is low vibrational, and your light probably irritated this person's demon, the Queen of Pentacles reverse, they offered it to them. So they all these demons, they brought them into the fold of this secret society and did this to you together. And they had the help of the NSA to surveillance you and to monitor you and to try to have full control over your life. They literally tried to have full control over your life and who you date. They tried to catfish you with people that would intentionally reject you. Now, they didn't want to reject you because you are all that, but they rejected you for the money. Okay? Even the people that they paid money to reject you in order to affect your self-esteem, even they still want you and they wanted you. Okay? But they knew they had a job and a contract to fulfill. That's how messed up these people were. It was even hard for the people they sent toward you to wear a game face, because when they came toward you to do what they had to do, even they fell in love with you, and it was conflicting for them to do what they did, even though they still did it. But that made your sister and child's father even more angry, because they got angry because everyone they sent toward you was really attracted to you, and they really did like you, and they didn't want them to, and they knew that they would, but that's why they had to pay the money to pretend that they didn't. What is the obstacle? What is the obstacle right now? What is the obstacle for these people that whoever you are, you're completely free. You're going to live a beautiful life. But as for them, yep, that's it. I can't make it up. The obstacle for them is you're about to have peace in your life. These government agencies are leaving you alone. They're backing out. They've already come to an agreement that they're not going to pursue you anymore. It's too difficult to pursue you. Your intuition is too on point. You pick up on everything. They can't stop or lower your vibration, and they just can't, and they're getting bad karma. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles reverse. Their obstacle is the people that they were working with in the past that were monitoring, surveillancing you, following you around, and trying to gang stalk you. No, I'm not going to shut up. No, I'm not going to shut up. I'm going to say exactly what I have to say. You shut up. The Five of Pentacles. These government agencies that were surveillancing you, and that include the FBI, the CIA, and the NSA. They were following you, monitoring you, fake warrants, so that they could have a legal excuse to surveillance and watch you, but they were actually gang stalking you. But if they got stopped, hey, we actually have a warrant out for this person. Whatever authorities they were abusing to legally surveillance and monitor you, these government agencies have kicked your crackhead baby father. I don't know, maybe your sister looks like a crackhead too. And all these people, they're kicking out their energy now. Five of Pentacles reverse. And their obstacle is they're not going to work with them anymore. And because they're not going to work with them anymore, you're going to get the Ten of Pentacles, which is abundance, and you're going to have a good relationship with somebody with the Four of Wands. That's the obstacle. They're going to be miserable because they're not going to have any more energy to eat off of, to live off of, to thrive off of. These demons, these gremlins are not going to be able to continue to eat off of the negative energy for the obstacles they cause you, for any heartache, for any pain. That's how they were eating and surviving. They can't do it anymore. And they're going to have to sit back and watch you live your best life, still beautiful as ever, still looking good, in the picture perfect of health, still healthy all the way around. They're going to have to watch you skip around in love, holding hands with whomever you accept, with money at that, while they all get their karma. They might not be able to process it because something's going to happen to their brain anyway. What happened in the recent past? Okay. That's the truth. That's the truth. They was doing some cards fell on the floor. Sorry. Yeah. These people, they were coordinating with the government agencies to surround you and do spell work on you. Now, it wasn't only about their jealousy. The ulterior motive was to energy harvest from you, because their reason was to energy harvest from you so they could manifest things for themselves. But they couldn't backstab and betray you. You see these cards, the Ten of Swords in reverse in the past. They have bad karma. That's why they're about to have this debilitating disease of the mind or brain, and it's a spiritual disease. Okay. And they have bad karma, both of them. Well, all of them, everyone involved. They can't backstab and betray you. All their spell work backfired. It's nothing, or this is your energy, or you're the real magician here. You're the alchemizer. Either this might even be your energy. You might know how to move, stick and move in these spiritual streets, and you might know how to alchemize every bit of energy they sent towards you. Okay? But they have bad karma because you did stick and move and alchemize every bit of energy they sent you. See what I mean? I'll explain. Anyone they sent toward you to catfish you, or anyone you dated that that agreed and took payment to play with your mind, to so that you would be in pain, because you're so smart and intuitive, and because you are the magician and you know how to alchemize energy, you outsmarted every single person they sent toward you, and you reversed the energy on them. You understand? That means, and by the way, they're about to be homeless too, the Nine of Pentacles reverse. That means if somebody tried to implore some type of mental manipulation tactic with communication, and they were like, do this to them. When y'all are communicating, start communicating with them in one word, and wait for an hour, and then just send one word at a time. This is the stupid type stuff they were coaching people that you were dating to do to you. Okay, it would be something, I don't know what, but it would be something like this. Don't come home from work until real late, and come home with your shirt hanging out, smelling like alcohol. Do this and don't answer no questions. Or, they were telling these people to implore these different tactics to gaslight and to upset you and to make you frustrated. And if you had low self-esteem, it would have worked. But because you're the magician here and you're the smartest one out of all of them, if anybody, you sent somebody a message and y'all were living with them, and they answered you with the one word text message, and then you sent them a paragraph like, hey, what's going on? I need to communicate with you. You just said one word. And they wait for 3 hours and then send another one word. By the time that person got home, you had packed up, relocated, changed your phone number, and you never spoke to them again. And they went into a rage. Like, wait a minute, we lost her. Wait a minute, no. She was supposed to react. She was supposed to wait until you got home and argue with you. Where is she? She completely upped and moved. That bitch moved 3 states away and started her life. And who is that man knocking at her door? You understand? Whatever. And I'm making up scenarios here, but I'm giving you an idea of what I'm talking about. Any type of mental manipulation tactic, these people were getting people that were catfishing you to use on you. You literally knew how to maneuver around it, to the point where the person that did it wanted to take revenge and joined in with them because they got angry that they couldn't trick you. Because you know how to detach and ghost. The minute you catch, oh, I see, you're trying to triangulate me between the women at your job and me, so y'all can all keep me in some kind of loop here. Okay, I see what's going on. Okay, yeah, go to work. You leave before me. And then they never hear from you again. You never gave these people an opportunity to complete any emotional transfers or transactions that were going to give them the energy they wanted. That's why you're the magician. Do you understand? You're the magician because through every single tactic that they utilized with people that you dated or friendships, the minute you saw a red flag or one little douse of gamery, you immediately detach and disappeared. And they would lose their temper because you're not giving them the response and reaction they want, because they want you to be in a loop, arguing with someone you're dating, someone they're working with, and triangulate you and call you insecure and play games. But you will shut the whole thing down and just ghost them and never speak to them again. And they didn't get to triangulate you. They didn't get to argue. They didn't get to call you insecure. They didn't get to play any type of mind game, because you just picked up on what they were trying to do and just straight ghost the whole situation. If they were communicating with you funny, you didn't give them a chance to get narc supply out of you by spending 3 hours explaining to them what they were doing to you. No. You don't understand. When you communicate using one word at a time, and huge spaces. No, I didn't know that was bothering you. That's just the way I am. Okay, I'll work on that. You didn't give nobody a chance to gaslight you, to play stupid, like they don't know what they're doing, to try to create any illusions. No. I would never do anything to hurt you. No. Of course not. I need to work on communication when the whole time they know exactly what they're doing. So later on, they can go behind your back with these people that are paying them. That stupid bitch. That stupid bitch. She sat there for 3 hours explaining how that was bothering me, how that was bothering her, and even asked me to go to therapy or something. They didn't get a chance to do any of that, because any tactic that they used on you, you picked up on it instantly and ghosted. Didn't even give a chance to explain ever. And you carried suit in any friendship or relationship you had, because you picked up something was funny. Even when you fully didn't identify it was gang stalking, you still picked up that somebody was moving funny in your energy. And you knew somebody was behind it, because everybody kept doing the exact same thing. And you picked up on that shit. You're not slow. You're connected to your intuition, your third eye. As soon as you picked up on a pattern, you got all over it and was like, oh, okay, something changes as soon as I meet people. And they all do the exact same thing. Something going on. Let me stop dating. Let me shut it down. Let me shut it down completely and see what happens. And then when you shut it down completely to see what would happen, that's when they came looking for you. And that's when they all bum rushed you and started attacking you with death spells and spell work and magic. And that's how you figured out what was going on. You want to find out who's attacking you? You want to find out who your enemy is? Isolate your energy. And they'll come to you. Just like Commodus said in Gladiator. Yes. They will come to you and they'll take little nibbles and bites out of you, but remain still. Remain still so you can see who each and every one of them are. Commodus, the Gladiator. But if you want to find out who your enemies are, isolate your energy and wait and see who comes to you, right? So whoever you are, after you picked up on the pattern, after you noticed a very similar energy in your dating life, you isolated your energy. And then that's when you got bum rushed with a whole bunch of spell work, a whole bunch of death spells, a whole bunch of people trying to harvest your womb. And that laid the whole plan out for you. You knew right then and there what was going on. Because the fact that you isolated your energy and cut off the whole energy supply let you know that there was some type of orchestration going on to get your energy, and you cut it off by isolating yourself. They thought they isolated you, but you isolated yourself so you could see the situation clearly. And because you cut off the energy supply and source, that's when all your enemies showed their face. That's when everybody that came into your energy and started coming toward you, pushing, hey, how you doing? What's going on with you? Hey, wait, you ghosted me. Why are you coming toward me? Didn't you ghost me? Why are you coming toward me? That's how you realize you're part of the orchestration. Because when you ghost someone, typically you don't go back toward them. You ghosted them because you don't want nothing to do with them. The game was being played, but you didn't have a hand in the game. You removed your man off the table, off the board. You weren't about to play with none of these folks. And that's how you figured out you're the magician. You understood about energy and you knew what would happen. You already had an intuitive nudge about what would happen if you cut everyone off and isolated your energy. You did that for the purpose of identifying your enemies. Smart move. So right now, these people are suffering from bad karma. You've identified each and every one of your enemies. And just like connect the dots, you were able to put when you realized that your enemies were being sent to you through the people you were dating, it didn't take much more for you to connect the dots between your family and the people you were dating and everyone else that was connected. You could have even put some testers out there, like talk to someone you know you're not interested in, just to see real quick how quickly someone would approach them to see if suddenly they would have the same behaviors. Like you could have been a scientist in it. Like, let me talk to this person. I know I'm not interested, but I want to see if they start mimicking the same behaviors as the other two people. And you would have been like, yep, they just approached them. You might have been like measuring, okay, I just met this person. Now I went and met this person on my own. So that means this is not someone sent to me. Now I'm going to watch their energy right now. And then I'm going to watch and gauge when their energy changes. And when their energy shifts and changes, that's how I can gauge when they made contact with my gang stalkers, when they made contact with my family members. I'll be able to gauge it by the shift in their energy. Oh, bitch, you are a fucking magician. You are energy child. You know how to identify and read energy so fucking good. You probably was conducting your own test. Let me talk to somebody randomly that nobody knows I'm going toward. Let me just talk to somebody. And I'm going to gauge their energy. And then I'm going to wait to see their energy shift so I can identify the exact moment and how long it takes for someone to make contact and make them an offer. Child, you are a beast. You are a beast. You were able to make the connection and connect the dots that somebody was making offers to each and every person you would date, or even in friendships, people that you would become friends with, because you started studying the changes in people's energy from the time you connect with them to a sudden shift in their energy and something goofy they start doing. Let me tell you, when they were doing this to me, I made a friend on a job with a woman, and she was cool at first. I was giving her a ride home from work or whatever. And her energy, because I already knew they were going to approach her, but I'm doing my little science experiment, and I was cool with her, and then I knew when they approached her, because one day out of nowhere she turned toward me and said, I don't know, I feel like my roommate is doing something, like she's trying to play with my mind. And then she looked at me in my eye and said, it almost feels like there's a game being played here. I'm like, bitch, get the fuck out my goddamn car. That bitch put something in my car that had spell work on it too. She thought I didn't pick up on the shit but she couldn't stop shifting. I was like, why are you so nervous? I'm a fucking high priestess. And I already knew they was going to approach her, but I'm doing my own experiments. And she's shifting around all nervous. Her energy has completely changed because she's nervous because she don't know if I know or not. She's ducking shit, tucking shit under the seat and shit. And I'm just sitting there. Why are you so nervous? You okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. I said, you sure you real shiftless today? You okay? All right, boo, go ahead. But it was after she said, I don't know. It feels like there's a game being played. And then the bitch turned around and said something about, can you pray over my apartment or some shit? I think there might be a ghost in here or something. I ain't tell that bitch how spiritual I was. I already could tell by the goofy antics and the goofy shit she was on, suddenly out the blue, that they approached her and offered her money. Now, bitch, get the fuck out my car. No, I'm not giving you no fucking right. Why? What's wrong? Can you at least nope. Can you at least explain what I did? Stop speaking to me. Don't talk to me no more. All right, bitch. I said, don't talk to me no more. So whoever you are an alchemist. You are a magician, and you know how to read energy very well. And you were able to notate the pattern and the changes in people's energy and shift to identify where it was coming from. And the rest was all, history. All right. So with that, tell me more about the situation right now. Someone's getting very bad karma because in the past, you got perfect clarity. That's why the Ace of Swords is there. Judgment, reverse. What is that? Did someone change their mind about something? Sometimes people will say high priestesses and high priests, men and women that are highly intuitive. A lot of times people will say they bipolar, or they're moody or this, that, and the other. And it's not that we're moody and it's not that we're bipolar. What it is a lot of times, because people have played in our face our whole life, we don't have the energy to explain your bullshit to you. And we don't do gaslighting. So a lot of times we'll just cut you off and never speak to you again because we don't explain ourselves. Okay. Especially if you're highly intuitive. That's a waste of your energy. That's a form of gaslighting. When someone knows that they stole money from you, when someone knows they took something from you, when a motherfucker you loan $50 to waits for 6 months to a year to think you forgot and then comes back and asks you to borrow $100 or $200, and it's gaslighting. Like, bitch, you really don't remember you didn't give me back the 50? You know, we are not going to have a conversation with you and allow you to gaslight and energy harvest from us when you playing in our face. And we're not going to give you an explanation because that's more energy for you. Y'all love that. Demons love for you to explain and over explain yourself to them about what they know they're doing to you. That's supply for them. It's called narc supply. Just like in a relationship, when someone is intentionally doing something to you and plays stupid, they get narc supply. They get off on that. That's narcissism 101. Narcissists get off on you explaining and over explaining yourself. Anybody that's ever been a victim of narcissist abuse knows that narcissists get off on you explaining and over explaining things to them when they know the whole time what they're doing or what they did. Okay. So that's the reason why a lot of high priests and high priestesses won't give you an opportunity to ask questions when they cut you off, because we don't got the time, nor the patience, or the energy. You might fucking get hit. You might get slapped. I'm serious. We don't got time for that shit. Bitch, I cut you off for a reason. You already know what the reason is. I'm not going to waste my energy explaining I said what I said. I'm telling you. That is the I said what I said type energy. Who said that? Housewives of Atlanta, somebody that said I said what I said. That's somebody that has dealt with a narcissist before in their life. Whoever on Housewives of Atlanta or whatever, whoever started that I said what I said, whoever said that, that's a person that has dealt with narcissists throughout their life. Because you learn how to get into the energy of I said what I said. And I'm not going to justify, explain, apologize. I said what I said. Because that's the energy you have to be in with narcissists. So somebody right now they still pushing forward, but they have been through a lot. Who's this energy? The wounded warrior. Somebody feels defeated because they put so much effort, tireless effort into doing something that they thought was a good investment. The Chariot in the reverse. Somebody can't persevere. They can't move forward. Okay. Somebody could be watching right now with the Seven of Pentacles. They could be watching you right now, this moment. They could be observing you watch this reading. Okay. But or gang stalk. The Seven of Pentacles could also talk about gang stalking, surveillancing you and watching you. It was so difficult because you might be boring to some people because you're not full of drama. You don't thrive off of drama and chaos. So if somebody had to be put at the NSA on you to watch you day and night, day and night, day and night, you couldn't even, I have no cut cards tarot. You couldn't even play with your pussy good or beat yourself good in privacy without these people spying and watching on you. Can you hear anything? Because it's dark and we can't see through her phone in the room or whatever. Can you hear anything? I know they doing something. Not a free moment in your life. Not a single moment of privacy. Not even that. Nothing. Somebody that was put on you to watch. You have a bowel move, everything you ever, to watch you 24/7 so they could find some kind of way to get energy out of you to try to get you caught up in trouble. This person's the wounded warrior because it's not easy being on a computer that long, day and night, day and night, day and night, observing and watching somebody that has a boring life. Not boring. Your life is not boring to you, but it's boring to them because you do not thrive off of drama and chaos. This bitch is walking through the park smelling flowers. What time does my shift end? 5 o'clock. Where is my relief? It's 5 o'clock. Where's my relief? Who's going to take over? I need to go to my family. I'm tired. They had people at the NSA monitoring and watching you 24/7 because they knew 7 to 10 years, 15 years, that they would find some vulnerable moment that they could interfere with in your life, where they could set you up and get you in some kind of trouble. But because your life is boring to them, it's exciting to you. Smelling flowers might be exciting. Picking flowers, skipping through nature, smiling at children on a trail, museums, reading the Bible, reading books, singing songs, planting, gardening, petting your cats, petting your cat, whatever. Somebody couldn't get you caught up, and they're the wounded warrior, because that did take a toll on somebody to gather years and years of data of nothing shit on you. They couldn't find anything on you to get this judgment reversed. They couldn't find nothing on you to get this judgment reversed because you're boring to people that thrive off of chaos and drama. You're not boring, but to people that thrive chaos and drama, they wanted you to be into some, the one way was to be in a relationship with a toxic person, because they were going to bring the drama to you through third parties, through other men, other women. They were going to create drama. Whoever was going to be in your life in a relationship, they were ready to go at your mark at the starting line. They were like, I got a whole bunch of women lined up at my job. I got my cousins, my aunties. We all ready to go into action. If they'll just let me in their life, we're going to create all kind of drama around them. My cousin said that she saw you cheating on me. They're just making stuff up, anything. But you stayed solo, isolated in your boringness. And these people did not have anything to go off. They had no way to bring any drama to your doorstep because you isolated yourself from everyone and everything, so you could see exactly the warfare being waged against you. And that, let me tell you something real quick. When people feed off of your energy because your energy is abundant and they can't get any energy from you through a relationship, through friendships, through interacting with others, because you're a hermit energy, when there's nothing else that they can do to stay anchored in your energy because you won't talk to anyone, deal with anyone, what they do is the only way that they can interface with your energy is through attacking you. And that's it. The only way they can interface with your energy is to attack you, because other than that, they have no reason to connect with you verbally, physically, or any other way. So how can we get in her energy? How can we get in his energy? Well, let's just attack them. Let's just keep attacking them. That's the only way we can get in their energy. That's the only way we can get any bit of energy from them, any attention, anything, because he's not paying us any attention or any mind. When they go grocery shopping, whatever goofy things that we do, whatever people we send to distract them or to try to talk to them, they got earphones on and they looking at the ground dancing and putting food in their cart. We can't get their attention. They won't talk to nobody. Okay, well, you have to start a fight with them. The only way that you're going to anchor yourself in their energy is to start a fight with them. Even if you don't know them, just walk up to them and start a fight with them. For you, it was a spiritual fight. They couldn't start a physical fight with you because they can't get close to you, because of how you stick and move. You don't let nobody get close to you. You already can feel someone's energy when they step into an aisle in a grocery store, and you know to go the other way fast with the swiftness. And they're going to look stupid following you from aisle to aisle to aisle. You know how to dip and dodge and avoid all drama and conflict. So all they could do was to spiritually attack you. And that was the only way they could try to force their way into your energy, by spiritually attacking you, because they were not getting any other. It was a wall up. They couldn't get access to your energy in any other way than to watch you through cameras and to spiritually attack you. Other than that, they had no access to you. So somebody's the wounded warrior. They can't persevere. This might be someone at the NSA with the 7 of Pentacles here. They can't persevere because they can't find any information. They have to drop it, like this ring dropped out my, They have to drop it. They got to drop it. because they can't find any information on you that they can use to create drama or any conflict in your life whereby they could utilize that negative energy to come up for themselves. They couldn't get away with anything. You were not what they were expecting. They thought they were going to be able to create drama for you in your life. They thought that through people that breadcrumbed you or would be breadcrumbing you, they would be able to create drama in your life and they would be able to drain you. But all they could do is spiritually attack you, and you know how to protect yourself. So they couldn't drain your energy the way they wanted. These people were trying to create situations in your life whereby they'd be able to drain your sacral chakra. But they couldn't get away with it. Somebody's exhausted at the NSA, and they didn't get what they were expecting from you. This bitch is reading the Bible. She's looking up different warrior Bible verses. What the hell? I could be with my kids right now. You got to wait till the end of your shift and your replacement comes in. Oh my God. Can I work from home? This is what they've been doing to y'all. What's going on right now? You're about to get your, here, look at you. Here you go. You're about to get your complete wish fulfillment because the word is out on you. It's too much information out. I'm going to go ahead and pull the other cards. Yeah, they've collected all the data and all the information they possibly could on you, and they found and came up with nothing. All they found was a high vibrational, high-spirited, happy, joyful person, happy alone, happy in love, but only in love with the person in love with you, or happy alone. That's all they found. That's all they found. After all these years of tracking you, monitoring you, trying to listen to you masturbate their nasty self, like, dang, she don't never, ever. Well, there was that one time 5 years ago. They nasty. These people are nasty. I'm telling you, these people could tell you right now the last shit that you took, the diameter of your boo-boo. They can tell you if it sank to the bottom of the toilet or if it floated, if it had corn in it from the popcorn you eat, the shade of brown the boo-boo was. Yeah. Going back 15 years. Going back 15 years, these people can give you information. The smell, I don't know if they have that technology or not, but through witchcraft, maybe they can. Child, they know everything about you. If you skipped a shower, you take a whole bath before you ran to the grocery store. People been watching you. Oh, Lord. She didn't brush her teeth till 10 o'clock. Bitch, you been isolated in a house all by yourself. You be all right. Who's smelling your breath? Who's smelling your breath? The way they tried to isolate some of y'all. Bitch, fuck you. Watching me all this time. Let's go. I watched her. She didn't brush her teeth until right before she was about to go out the house in the afternoon. Didn't brush her teeth in the morning after putting you in isolation all them damn years. All right. You're going to have to use, make sure you don't use emotion, but operate out of logic concerning a specific thing that they want to talk to you about. What is this? Somebody just wants revenge. Somebody might have lost a child. Someone that could have lost a child might want revenge. Somebody might have established an illegal guardianship over someone on an African continent. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody might be getting divorced. Somebody might be getting divorced from somebody. Somebody might be an MK Ultra victim. Somebody might have established an illegal guardianship on somebody that's from an African continent or on an African continent. I picked up on somebody's energy before connected to this. What's going on? Someone that was trying to sabotage someone's finances or relationship. Oh, wow. Reparations, land or something. Somebody might be like a foundational Black American, or this might be something about reparations or something. Somebody might have established someone might have established guardianship over you that might be on an African continent or might have something on an African continent. I'm hearing Ghana. Somebody might have something in Ghana. There might be somebody that might have established an illegal guardianship over somebody, and they might be getting a check for them, and they might be living on an African continent off of somebody's money or something like that. Someone that just wanted revenge on somebody. This is someone in the military. This is the thing. This could be somebody in a zone where it has earthquakes. So maybe someone's on the West Coast. Somebody might have body shamed somebody or has a distorted root chakra about their body. Solar plexus. Uh-oh. Child. Someone's in the military. All right, now. Somebody might be doing something. Somebody might be from America, but they might have purchased land or a house in an African country. They might be from or connected to a region that has earthquakes. Someone's in the military. They want you to use logic. They've tried to sabotage someone's finances and relationships, and someone has a self-esteem issue. Body shaming is here. And solar plexus. The moon card, someone could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or they're keeping something hidden. Somebody might be trying to keep something hidden on the African continent. The Emperor reverse, and they're showing me, they just showed the Chariot, so someone might be a Cancer. There might be a Cancer that is holding on to something on an African continent that's very childish, that doesn't want to balance something out. Okay. Someone might have air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that was attacking a high priestess that has been illuminated, and they want you to know there's something on an African continent that belongs to you. Someone might have purchased something in your name, pretending to be you on an African continent. All right, let's get it. Somebody might have a bank account at Wells Fargo. The governor of Virginia. Oh, shucky ducky, quack, quack now. Somebody might have an alliance with the governor of Virginia. Central African. Let me find out. They were sharing some wealth. Senegal. Okay, so somebody, that Cancer energy might be from Senegal. And they have a tie to the governor of Virginia. And somebody on the Northwest state where they have earthquakes have established, someone could be from Venezuela. Somebody has something on an African continent that they might have gotten off of your energy or inheritance, or it could even be money they got for harnessing your energy. You're a high priestess. I have Colorado here. I know Colorado. I think Colorado gets earthquakes. California. West Africa. Yep. This West African from Senegal has an alliance with the governor of Virginia. Wyoming. They have a connection in Wyoming. New Zealand. An island. West African again. or West Africa. Can anyone tell me if you can hear me? Can anyone tell me? Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. Can thank you. What's the last thing I said, y'all? Can anyone tell me what the last thing that I said was? Okay, I'll start here. These people went ballistic. Okay, these people, this West African from Senegal that collaborated with the Aquarius, that collaborated with a fire sign, okay, that collaborated with the governor of Virginia, and all these people that were a part of this cult, these people went ballistic with the social security numbers, and they went ballistic with the guardianships over people that were targeted, because they never expected you all to survive. They never expected you all to be seen or come to the forefront. The Hierophant is talking about the Social Security Administration and other forms of disability you can apply for. These people came here and they got jobs in the government by criminals that are part of the inner circle, and they went ballistic with it. They might have up to 10 to 20 guardianships each on like different people all over the country. You understand? It's not like they only have guardianship over one person. No, these people have multiple illegal guardianships in the court system and in Social Security. These people have multiple illegal guardianships and conservatorships over people that were targeted for gang stalking in the system for years. And that's how they've been getting money, by gang stalking and isolating you. But they never anticipated the day when you all would come out to the open and you would be noticed. You'd be able to go to court and finally get justice. You'd be recognized in the court system. Hey, you said they were mentally disabled. This person has been practicing law for 20 years. What are you talking about? It's time for me to get my passport and get out the country. These people went ballistic. They might each have monitoring spirit. They might each have several guardianships, several disability checks from Social Security for several people. Like they got greedy. All of them need to be fully investigated. All of their finances at Wells Fargo Bank and any other bank, what was that? Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and all these other banks and all these people need to have a thorough investigation. There needs to be a thorough investigation of the VA, financially, of all disability checks, Social Security. There needs to be a thorough investigation of the Social Security Administration and who's getting all these disability checks for people that they claim are crazy and disabled. Because 9 times out of 10, most of those people have been targeted and are isolated somewhere, and they don't have a voice and they're not being heard. These are people that were gang stalked. If you're gang stalked, there's a good chance that you are in a hidden file in Social Security listed as being disabled. If you're a person, look, a thief don't rob no empty house. If you're being gang stalked, there's a reason that you're being gang stalked. And 9 times out of 10, if you're being gang stalked, it's because somebody committed fraud in your name. Somebody said you were mentally disabled and a homeless, addicted drug addict, and they're getting a check for you. Somebody in the court system, maybe under a different name where you can't find it, probably has some kind of guardianship over you you don't even know about. There's a reason someone's gang stalking you. Because they've been stealing money. So someone needs to do a complete investigation of this West African from Senegal, that Ethiopian that has a connection with the governor of Virginia, and this West African from Senegal, and that other fire sign, and that Aquarius connected to California and Colorado. All these people need to be investigated along with the governor of Virginia. Who just wants revenge? Who is this energy that just wants revenge? The devil in reverse. Now they don't want revenge no more. And when we talk about revenge, you didn't do anything in this lifetime. You didn't do anything to these people. People confuse revenge with jealousy. People keep confusing revenge. Oh, this is somebody that got caught because you turned down their offer when they tried to catfish you. Because they were trying to get away with something. Oh, that's why they want revenge. Okay. So the person that went and got an illegal guardianship over you, they tried to catfish you. See, they got the guardianship first and then was getting money for you. But they figured, don't worry, I'll just go catfish them and date them. And then we'll say that they lost their mind and they're crazy because I dated them or I was married to them. And in the rest of the story, it'll follow up. It'll make sense in court. I can say that I was dating them and they did something crazy, or I was engaged or married to them. They did something crazy, and we had to get guardianship to protect them, to care for them. And it'll make sense. So this person already established guardianship over you, and then they came towards you to try to date you, but you rejected them, and you didn't take action with them. You never had sex with this person. And because of that, they thought they were going to get away with it, but the fact you didn't have sex with them, that puts them in trouble with the law, because now they don't have a connection to you, but yet they have a guardianship over you, whoever you are. You might be of African descent. I don't know. So somebody's in trouble with the law because they were hustling backwards. They tried to pull off a crime, but they did the crime backwards. They went and got the guardianship, the illegal guardianship first, and then out of ego, we isolated that person. They'll be so desperate for attention, so desperate for anybody to want to date them. They'll accept my offer. But you rejected this person. So they couldn't pull it off. And now they already put the thing in the system and they can't get rid of it. And that's why they're in trouble with the law. A Cancer that's moving to calmer waters. The Knight of Cups reverse. That's why they're moving to calmer waters. Because they couldn't pull off what they thought. They did it. They were so egotistical that they literally did it backwards. They should have gotten in a deep, serious relationship with you first, and then went to the courts for guardianship after recording you talking crazy or drugging you and recording you or whatever they were going to do. But instead, they got out of ego, they got the guardianship first. And then they went to try to see if they could catfish you. But the Ace of Wands in reverse, they couldn't get away with it. The Devil in reverse. Somebody from Senegal going to jail. Who's this military energy? Someone whose spell work backfired. Somebody could have done spell work on a high priest or high priestess. You could be a man or a woman. Somebody might be a fire sign. You might be a fire sign high priestess. Aries, Leo, Sag. Somebody's in the military. When the spell work backfired, it's causing somebody to lose their stability because you don't attack a high priestess. Somebody might be about to be homeless for attacking a fire sign high priestess or high priest. Somebody, you might be in the military or they might be in the military. And they have clarity about this. Someone might have Gemini in their chart. It could be someone you were a partner with, friends with, or you could have dated. The Queen of Swords. You're very cold toward this person. Yeah, you don't have any emotion for this person, whoever they are. And they feel defeated because you're not open to them emotionally. You're Judge Judy, whether you're a man or a woman. Whoever you are, you're in Judge Judy energy with this person. Cut the shit. I'm not playing with you. I can see straight through you. It is or it isn't. It's black or white. There's no gray area. You're full of shit. Get away from me before I use my military tool. Okay. There was somebody that did spell work, and this is somebody that you might have dated. You might have this is someone you were intimate with. They did spell work on you and it backfired. And now they couldn't backstab and betray you. The 10 of Swords reverse. And now this person's about to be homeless, or they're about to be homeless. Idiots. It's just so annoying. They're also idiots. Let's talk about the governor of Virginia. What about the governor of Virginia? They're burdened right now because whatever they were expecting, the gang stalking to happen to you, it did not have the effect and impact that they were expecting. Whatever type of work that they were was being done on you, wherever you are, they couldn't create a gang stalking illusion. And the governor of Virginia is having an ego death because something didn't go in their favor, and this information is about to come out. Is this the current governor or the prior? This could be the governor that's there right now, or this could be the governor from a prior term, or it could be the one that's there right now. It's the one that's in bed with the Ethiopian, the Senegal, the West African from Senegal, and the fire sign, and the person from California, and the rest of these motherfuckers. So the governor of Virginia is worried about this information now coming out about all this fraud in the court and illegal guardianship over people that were being gang stalked by people from other countries, because it's so many of them in that region where they're the governor. They collaborated with them to allow them to get rich off of American citizens. And this information is going to come out for somebody's case. And they're burdened right now because they couldn't create an illusion because something didn't have the impact on you they thought it would, and it's not going to go in their favor, and they're having an ego death. What else? Yup. They want to fight you right now. They want to fight a hermit. So they know they actually know who you are. And they know they can't persevere. They cannot move forward with something. They didn't have victory and success in keeping you hidden in hermit mode. With this goddamn Aquarius they got in bed with. And all their goony goons. What else? Yeah, they knew they were all banding together to cause conflict for you. They were hoping somebody would have beat you in the head by now and you'd be bandaged up in the hospital or dead. They didn't get what they were expecting at all. The 3 of Wands reversed. Okay. And what's the outcome for the governor of Virginia? Right now, this King of Pentacle energy is not able to wrap their head or mind around how they're going to spin this story. Okay. With the 6 of Swords in reverse, they don't know how they're going to wrap their mind around. They can't wrap their mind around how they're going to spin the narrative or spin this story about who they were in bed with, this Aquarius, this Senegal, West African, this Ethiopian, and all these other energies as a part of this cult, whereby they were allowing all these foreigners that work at the NSA and other government jobs to get money for illegally surveillancing, gang stalking, and doing spell work on targeted individuals in America. Because the contract's over, so they don't have the free use of the government resources anymore to form attacks against you. The contract's over. The Hierophant reverse. What's the Page of Pentacles? Yeah, the job, whatever these jobs were, or a new start. The spell work backfired. There might be a younger earth sign they were working with, but the spell work backfired. What about that younger earth sign or that younger person? What about this younger person? The 3 of Pentacles reverse, somebody might be getting fired or someone's not working with someone anymore. Somebody might have fired someone or someone's not working with someone anymore because they can't balance the situation. The King or Queen of Pentacles energy, this might be the governor energy, they can't balance the situation surrounding, this might be a younger person, This could be a younger person, a page. Who's that page? Someone they're very sad about. Who's that page energy? Who's that page? Someone that's going to end up homeless, that was financially codependent. They might have been doing sex magic with them or something like that. Okay. Somebody that's losing a lot of sleep and stressed out right now. Because they can't persevere. They can't persevere in this line of work with the Knight of Pentacles here. Yeah. And they have to pull their energy from them now. They can't work with them anymore. They can't stay attached to them. They're pulling their energy back from this younger person. Who is this younger person, Holy Spirit, that the governor of Virginia was working with together, and their spell work backfired? I have Francis Severin Foso, West African practitioner from Cameroon. Child. Francis Severin Foso, the West African practitioner from Cameroon, was in bed with the governor of Virginia, with the Senegalese practitioner, with this Ethiopian hiding money in Bank of America in England to build a house in Amsterdam and Ethiopia. All these people are part of the same cult in COVID. Thank you. Ciao, ciao, ciao. The Eritrean and all of them at the NSA. Big shocker there. DC, the DMV is Little Ethiopia. Governor of Virginia. Who's in Wyoming? Who is in Wyoming? The Empress in the reverse? There's an Empress in reverse possibly hiding in Wyoming that did something that was unequitable and unfair with money. Who's the Empress in the reverse hiding in Wyoming? Somebody that couldn't plan something? Who? Somebody that tried to get away with something, the Seven of Swords. Okay, who's this person hiding in Wyoming that feels defeated? Okay, so somebody feels defeated that tried to do something to a hermit, or this could be a Virgo. And they might be hiding out in Wyoming. Yep, this is somebody that was a part of this operation that now might be isolating themselves for right now for protection or something. Okay, with the Hermit reverse, there might be somebody hiding in Wyoming. It might be a feminine energy, an older feminine energy that was also a part of this, and they were hired to help these people get away with keeping you isolated. They could have been doing spell work or whatever other crime. They're hiding in Wyoming right now. What's this about Colorado? The Emperor in reverse feels backstabbed and betrayed. So there's an older man or woman in or connected to Colorado that feels like they were backstabbed and betrayed. All right, what do you want to say about this person in Colorado that feels backstabbed and betrayed? Okay, this might be an Aries. This might be because something came to a complete end. Okay, and they are the wounded warrior because they put so much of their years, time, effort, and energy into doing something that didn't pan out the way they thought it would, and it's coming to a complete end now. And they're overwhelmed with emotion right now because they put so much of their time, effort, and energy and years and focus into trying to do something for it to only die with the death card. They're not going to get away with it. And now they just want to avoid a tower. This person in Colorado, they just want to avoid a tower right now, surrounding a judgment in court that got reversed over somebody they lied and said was disabled that was not. Because they know that person's still alive and it's about to come out in court. So they're hiding in Colorado. Who's hiding in Colorado? Y'all know I'm not going to let that shit ride. Who's hiding in Colorado? Somebody that was paying people at YouTube to manipulate somebody's stats. Somebody might be Indonesian. I have Regency Hotel. Is someone at a Regency Hotel in in Colorado? Or they could have done something in a Regency Hotel somewhere. Tay Aks Selassie, the president of Ethiopia. Tay Aks Selassie, president of Ethiopia. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Anybody else involved? Because who would be volunteering people? Giovanni Joe Donnelly, FBI, Maryland. South America. Francis Severin Foto, West Africa practitioner. A white man. Whoever this energy is, at Faye 7147. This is someone in the CIA that frequents my readings, okay? Heyoka for healing, heals no one, okay? Yeah, all these people are in bed together. I'm going to clarify. A tarot card reader that's insecure. Your light triggers them. That might be someone hiding in Wyoming, someone that's Chinese. Now, my readings might not even be being shown to the public because, you know, they know better than that. So it might be just a few people that can see my readings. I'm telling you. Because these people I'm probably doing a reading for a fucking boardroom right now. I'm probably doing a reading for a goddamn boardroom right now. I'm probably not even on the main thing. A Libra, Aquarius, Gemini that work with Carl Lindo. Okay, let's get it. Carl Lindo and somebody's foster brother or sister. Let's get it, bitch. So because whoever they were connected to in Colorado, because this bullshit they were doing to you is completely over, these people feel defeated because they put so much energy into this. Let's talk about the president of Ethiopia. Were they in bed with the governor of Virginia? When I say in bed, I'm talking about working together. What do you want me to know about Tay Selassie, the president of Ethiopia? The Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I know they pulling out this shit. Yep. They orchestrated, of course, because the Selassie family was living in McLean, Virginia. Yes, they was. Haile Selassie's descendants, his family members, were all living. I know Hannah Miriam, she grew up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where that cancer practitioner from Senegal is, Amarado Mustafa, okay? And they were a part of this orchestration to get your energy. Tell me more about Tay Selassie. Tell me more about Tai Selassie. Tell me more about Tai Selassie. Tell me more. It was a bad investment. Yeah, that was a bad investment to invest in harnessing a human's energy. That was a bad idea, Emperor. Very bad. It didn't go in their favor. Working with this King of Pentacles in reverse. The president of Ethiopia, the governor of Virginia, where all the Ethiopians are, Francis Severin Foto, Amarado Mustafa from Senegal, West Africa, Francis Severin Foto from Cameroon, West Africa, some South Americans that they work with, Chinese people that they work with, at Faye 7147, Heyoka for healing with the CIA. Tell me about Carl Lindo and tell me about Giovanni Joe Donnelly with the FBI. We're going to get into you next. This was a horrible investment. And what is Tai Selassie going to do now? Now that this is over and they can't get access to a high priestess energy that they offered a huge amount of money for. They're going to isolate themselves from the whole incident. The Five of Pentacles. Let's go. That's the Capricorn. It just started to pop out. That's the Capricorn that was giving all that money to the Eritrean at the NSA and the Central African and everybody else to target a high priestess whose energy they wanted, that they lied and said was a prostitute. Yep. That's who was paying people. That's where the finances were coming from to create an injustice for the hermit. A mother figure. Shame on you. Shame on you. And shame on your whole bloodline. Shame on you. These are humans, not animals. You narcissist. Shame on you. Give my time. They offered a whole Ace of Pentacles. They offered a whole Ace of Pentacles to an Eritrean at the NSA, a Central African at the NSA, and all these others for that cult that they're a part of, to gang stalk, and even to try to sacrifice a high priestess to get their energy. Shame on you. Shame. Ta'i Selassie, shame on you. Shame on you. You had no right. You had no right. You didn't get what you were expecting, did you? The Five of Wands in reverse. The conflict's over. You can't do this shit no more. I don't give a fuck how much money you connected to or how much money you stole from a life insurance, the inheritance from a life insurance policy. You son of a bitch. Shame on you. The devil in reverse. The devil in reverse with this financial injustice. Where's the money from the life insurance policy? The inheritance. Somebody's being exposed right now. Gujum Tul. This Aquarius is being exposed right now that you contracted this to. This Aquarius that lied and told you somebody was molested and that they were a drug-addicted prostitute with a terminally ill disease between the age of 13 and 17 that was going to be dying in the next few years, that they tried to kill but is still alive and kicking, and none of that shit ever happened. They completely made that shit up to get a judgment in court. The judgment in court has been already reversed, and the Aquarius is going to jail for telling you that you could get the energy of a high priestess. Shame on you. Shame. What I just told you is the truth. They can't plan this any further. What I have just told you is the exact truth. Now, where's the inheritance from the life insurance policy? The president of Ethiopia, Ta'i Selassie. Shame on you and the rest of your family in Virginia that got in bed with the governor of Virginia to do this shit. Shame on you. Giovanni Joe Donnelly, Maryland, FBI. What do you want me to know about Giovanni Joe Donnelly of the FBI of Maryland? That bitch crying right now. Giovanni Joe Donnelly, FBI, Maryland. Why are you crying? They're crying because they are not going to recover in their career at the FBI for causing conflict and having you monitored and surveillance because you accepted an offer from an earth sign, a Taurus, to gang stalk and receive money to do black magic, santeria, and spell work, panas, to help somebody to hold somebody back. Giovanni Joe Donnelly took an offer from an Emperor Aries energy. This man might be already dead, but this man's sister, this is CIA right here. Giovanni Joe Donnelly took money from an Aries that might have had a career in the CIA. He might have died, but his sister is still alive. And they've been bribing Giovanni